Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to break down all the numbers on how my dropshipping business did in the month of October, right? So like the revenue, the expenses, the profit per sale, the ROI on all the platforms that I dropshipped on. There was 5 of them in total. So we're going to break down all those numbers. I like to do these for me, obviously, because I like to kind of recap and it kind of lets me hit on and kind of see exactly the numbers specifically for each platform, so I know like where my focus is at, you know, how to improve certain things. But also more importantly, it helps you guys because it helps you see like how many sales I'm making on each platform, so you can kind of weigh the, you know, the time ROI on each platform, as well as like the profit per sale, so you know like if you're not marking your products up enough and you can potentially get more profit per sale, right? Or vice versa, right? So there's a lot that you can take from these, as well as some inspiration if you're just starting. Like by no means are these numbers unobtainable whatsoever. You can hit these numbers, you can even surpass these numbers. I know a lot of other people that are doing a lot more than me. And so I think it's really inspiring, but also, like I said, it goes to kind of show you like what's possible and how you can kind of, you know, use this insight to scale your own dropshipping business, okay? So enough talking, let's just hop into the numbers. I did dropshipped on 5 different marketplaces. So we had Facebook Marketplace, obviously, with a personal account. It was mainly one personal account, but then I did also have some sales on another personal account. I don't know what the actual, you know, split is, maybe like 70-30 or something like that, but the majority of the sales happened on one. So we'll call that all one personal account for Facebook Marketplace. The second one is a Facebook shop, so it's just one Facebook shop. It's not multiple shops. I do have multiple shops approved. I'm only listing currently on one of the shops, but I'm testing some other like automation things out on some of the other shops so that I can figure out like, you know, is there a better way to go about listing this so that potentially I don't have to use a VA, or potentially I can, you know, scale a lot faster with software. And those solutions are out there, but I haven't had time yet to really delve into them, and I don't know if I will this month. I'm going to talk about specifics of like, you know, why November is a tough month for me, and I won't have a lot of, you know, space to scale, but those are definitely things that I'm playing around with, and we'll report back to you guys as soon as I figure them out, and then I'll make videos on them, right? So that's, like I said, personal marketplace, Facebook shop, then obviously we drop shipped on Amazon. I guess it is me and my VAs, but it's, you know, I drop shipped on Amazon. I also drop shipped a little bit on Mercari and a little bit of Poshmark, which I did talk about potentially wanting to scale up in the month of October, and we're going to cover all those numbers here as well, okay? So specifically on Facebook Marketplace, with the personal, I had 357 sales in the month of October. I pulled in $16,657.22. I had to spend $11,567.92 to get there, for a profit of $5,100.40 and a 44% average profit margin, okay? So $5,100 divided by 357, and it's an average profit of about $14.30 per sale, okay? So those are the numbers for Facebook Marketplace. Now, on Marketplace specifically, I honestly can't remember how many times I was suspended in the month of October. Some like months I'll go, this is personal marketplace, right? Not shops. Some months I'll go and I won't have a suspension. Some months I'll go and I'll have multiple suspensions. Sometimes I'll have one. I was suspended multiple times in October. One of them was just like a quick suspension. Then also we had like them canceling all my orders in the beginning of October, which I also made a video on. So that probably cost me another, I don't know, $800-ish. I think it was like $700 or $800 or something, because I did the math on it one day. So that's almost another grand that I'm leaving on the table because they canceled a bunch of my orders, and I had already shipped a bunch of those orders out, so I was out the money. And then they also disabled my account at one point for like a day or two. So not only did my personal marketplace go down, but my shop also went down as well, okay? So I was suspended multiple times, so that's why those numbers are a little bit lower than I would have liked them to be, but still pretty good at, like I said, a little bit over 5 grand just on personal marketplace with, again, 357 sales. So I'll take that. Solid numbers for Marketplace. Let's move to Facebook shop, okay? So in my Facebook shop, I actually did a little bit worse than I did last month, but But for a number of different reasons, I was trying some different things. I was testing a bunch of different products. I also had to switch a VA twice, so that, kind of slowed me down because I'm not actually listing to my shop, and I'm also not listing to my marketplace myself personally. I have specific VAs that do that. And so there was a lot of different things that were, kind of going on in the month of October for my listers. And, also like I said, I was disabled the one time on shop because I was disabled on personal marketplace. And if your shop is connected to your personal marketplace, then obviously your shop goes down as well for that period of time. So these numbers are a little bit less than I would like, but they are still pretty solid. So 411 sales. I ended up pulling in $12,500.91. I had to spend almost $8,000 at $7,908.05 to get that money for a profit of $4,592.86 in the month of October, okay? And that was an average profit per sale of about, or average ROI of a little bit over 58%. So that's pretty freaking good ROI. And I'm still not sure, I list higher on shops, but I think I still have to go back. I don't have a lot of time to focus on these specific numbers aspects, but for some reason, and it's not only because I'm listing higher, but also because the 5%, on personal marketplace, they take that 5% fee. On shops, they're not currently doing that, which is why my margins are also higher, right? So if you're spending 10 grand or 15 grand on shops and marketplace, but your ROI is 20% higher on one, you're gonna make a lot and net a lot more money on that, right? So that's just, even though I made a lot more sales on shops, and you'll see here in a second that my profit per sale was down, my margin was actually higher, okay? So if we do all the numbers here, it's let's do this backwards. So $4,592.86 divided by 411 sales is an average profit per, an average of $11.18 profit per sale. Okay, so profit per sale was down, but again, the ROI was higher. So, I like that a lot because if I'm getting a higher return on my money, even if I'm making a little bit less, I didn't have to do as much work to get that. All right, so next is Poshmark, and I actually had a plan in the beginning of October to scale Poshmark and Mercari up. I didn't really do it, so these numbers, again, are a little bit down. I would set another plan here to scale them up again in November, and it is something I plan on doing because looking at the numbers and how it actually works, I don't see any reason why I can't get to $1,000 profit and $1,000 profit on both of those, right? So 1,000 on Mercari, 1,000 on Poshmark. It's very, very within the realm of possibility to do that, and I think I can definitely do that if I would just focus on it and maybe hire another VA, right? I've been putting it off. It's been on my list of things to do at the bottom, and I just keep kind of pushing it there, and I haven't really done it. I will do it. I will not do it in the month of November because, I'm focused on a lot of other things in the month of November. I'm also getting married in 2 weeks, and then I have my honeymoon for an entire week. So half of the month of November, I'm not even going to be around doing my e-commerce business. So I'm not really going to be setting too many goals or trying to scale anything in the month of November. I'm just going to kind of be focusing on maintaining what I can and trying to, milk all the Q4 sales out of the 2 weeks that I am doing stuff in November, right? Because during my wedding, I don't want to be stressed about anything with my business. I want to be focused on that and enjoying it. And same thing with my honeymoon. Once I get, once I start traveling for vacation on my honeymoon, I don't want to worry about it. Hands off, everything's turned off. I don't care. Okay. So those are, I didn't actually go over the Poshmark numbers, but they aren't that great. 18 sales on Poshmark, $473.60 is what I pulled in. Had to spend a little bit under $300 to get that. The profit on Poshmark was $178. And the actual margins, everybody always complains about the margins on Poshmark or Mercari, saying that they're super low. I don't see that. In every single month, my ROI is relatively good on both of those. It's a 60% margin right on the dot, 60% ROI right on the dot, for Poshmark, and I think that that's pretty solid. Even though that the fees are high, I mark all my products up even higher, and people just seem to buy them. Don't know why, can't explain it to you, but they do, and they do month in and month out, okay? So $178.03 divided by 18 sales is a little bit under $10 profit per sale. All right. Now with Mercari, I made 31 sales, so it's about the same, numbers, about the same things. Everything that I'm doing on Poshmark, I'm pretty much doing on Mercari just the same. I just haven't scaled it. So 31 sales on Mercari in the month of October. I pulled in just under $800. I had to spend just under $500 to get that. The profit was $305.01, and again, the ROI was 62%, so pretty solid again on Mercari, okay? And there's a lot of scalability with both of these platforms. They're not my main focus because I'd be an idiot to like take my focus off shops and marketplace when I'm making a significant amount more and then turn it on like, Mercari and Poshmark where I'm not making a lot more. But, in the future, I do plan on like scaling them up as long as everything's going smoothly and still scaling with shops and marketplace and then obviously Amazon, which we're going to talk about next, okay? But there is a lot of potential here if you're looking for another, marketplace to scale. Mercari, Poshmark, both phenomenal opportunities, okay? So let's run the profit numbers here per sale. $305.01 divided by 31 sales is, again, just under $10 per sale, okay? All right, last one is Amazon, and Amazon's ROI is always a little bit lower. It's more competitive on Amazon, although if you find a great product, it's the way that you approach Amazon is very, very different than drop shipping on marketplaces like Mercari or Poshmark or, Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops or anything like that, or even eBay, right? It's very, very different because you're competing for buy boxes in certain products instead of just listing all these products and then hoping some sells, right? You're competing on a listing rather than like the whole marketplace specifically against everybody else. So the ROIs tend to be a little bit lower, but when you find hot selling products, you just rake in the money and consistent sales, right? So it's a lot more work to find products for Amazon, but once you find the products for Amazon, it's a lot less hands-off. And you really don't have to do anything. You just continue to get sales on that product, assuming it stays in stock, assuming you don't have any other competitors hop on the listing or, anything like that, or someone tanks the price or something like that. But again, all this stuff too is stuff I talk about in Dropship Pro. I rarely promote it, but if you want, to hop in and learn not just Amazon, not just Facebook Shops, not just Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Poshmark, and a number of other places as well, always linked in the description, okay? So on Amazon in the month of October, I had 326 sales. I ended up pulling in about $14,500. Had to spend almost 12 grand to get there, and the profit was almost $2,700 for $2,691.27 specifically, okay? The ROI was about 23%, okay? Overall, so let's do the math here. It's $2,691.27. divided by 326 sales, and it was about $825 profit per sale, okay? So now let's actually add up the numbers, which is something I completely forgot to do last time, and I think I just threw it in there at the top. So let's add up all the numbers. Again, one thing I didn't say is I did end up paying my VAs $2,400 to actually run, everything pretty much, minus the order processing, so everything listing, customer service, all of the stuff that isn't order processing. I ended up paying my VAs $2,400, so we're gonna take that as an expense off the top, and I'll tell you specifically what my dropshipping business netted total overall in the month of October, okay? So let's add it all up. It was $2,691.27. I'm gonna take I think it was $300 and $200 for Poshmark. It might have been like $5 or $10 difference, but just to kind of throw those in, so we'll add another $500. For shops, it was $4,592.86. For marketplace, it was $5,140. And so I ended up pulling in $12,884.53. Again, give or take $5, $10 for Poshmark and Mercari. I ended up paying my VAs $2,400. So if we take $2,400 off the top of that, I ended up netting $10,484.53 roughly in the month of October, okay? And that is all profit. Those are the numbers specifically for the entire dropshipping business, for each specific marketplace. Really hope it helps, and if you have any questions, let me know down below.